Hey, thanks for being here today. Today's practice is a short 10-minute practice that's designed to release the lateral hamstring, that's the outer side of the back of the legs, as well as releasing the IT band, those are the sides of the legs, and a little bit into the piriformis, which will feel like the glutes. All right, so you'll want to have with you a block or two and a yoga strap and a blanket. Let's get started. Hey, so to begin today's class, go ahead and lie down on your back, have a yoga strap nearby, and I'm going to encourage you to pop a pillow or a blanket underneath your head. In doing so, you can help release anything that might be stuck in the cervical, neck, spine, and it's also nice to the low back. So we'll lie down, knees are looking up to the ceiling, and go ahead and take your right ankle across your left knee and draw your legs towards you. From here, you can either use the yoga strap around the back of the left hamstring, the back of the left leg, or you can simply interlace your hands around the back of the left leg. Take a full breath in, and as you exhale, you're drawing that right knee slightly away from you as you pull the left knee slightly towards you. And it's in that little push-pull that you get a really beautiful stretch for piriformis. It feels like it's the glutes, but it's really, you're getting into the piriformis muscle, which is really important. If you're really tight in the lateral hamstring, you're actually going to feel this right there as well. So we'll take 5 more breaths here, and each breath invites in a relaxed attentiveness. Keep the energy fluid. Notice if there's any tension developing elsewhere as you release the tension in the right hip. Sometimes the hips are really connected to the shoulders and the jaw, and so the tension will float up there. So you just be mindful so it doesn't catch us off guard, and we can actually work with ourselves rather than against ourselves. So go ahead and put that left foot on the floor, and you're going to flip over onto the left side. Take the yoga strap around the sole of the right foot, and go ahead and extend that right heel away from you. Now, if your hamstrings are pretty tight, you won't be able to unbend the knee. That's fine. You can work with the knee bent. If you can straighten the knee, that's fine too. Get the message, right? Either of these are fine. So you'll bend the left elbow and hold onto the yoga strap with your left hand. I use my left elbow like it's a golf tee, like it's just holding the ball or the right foot elevated. If that's too much or doesn't quite work for your body, you can take a block at the tallest setting and pop it underneath the side of your calf. So the more you accelerate that right heel away from you, the more you open up the right toes, the more you flex the right toes towards you and flexing the foot, the more intense you'll feel this stretch along the right side of your body. So it's a little bit of the IT band, and it's a little bit of the lateral hamstring. So you're getting a really nice release there. Now to turn this into a twist, hold on to that strap with the left hand, lift the right arm up to the ceiling and then out to the side behind you, and turn your head to look at the right hand. As you do that, drop that right shoulder blade down your back, feel the right ribs spinning to the right, and then consciously encourage the right hip, the top of the right hip and the right thigh to drop down towards the bottom of the mat. So again, that's like next level up. If you do that and your body's like, what? Then back off it. But if you do that and you're like, oh, that's the stretch I'm looking for, then that's where you want to work. So it's in that intersection of pushing ourselves a little bit, but not overdoing it. So you'll take 3 more breaths here. Feeling the beautiful twist through the abdomen, good for digestion, good to release dampness in the abdominal organs, which can happen. All right, 1 more breath, inhale. And then exhale, bend that right knee into your chest, lie onto your back, and we're just gonna switch sides. So I'm actually gonna flip over. So you'll wanna have that left ankle across the right leg, right knee, and then draw your legs towards you here. And you can feel how when you flex the left toes, That not only helps protect the ligaments of the left knee, but it also accentuates the sensation of the stretch. And then notice how your shoulders can just keep relaxing down, as if you're just dropping weight, just gravity is working with you to help encourage this letting go. So we wind up in that stream of universal consciousness that's connected to health, vitality, your own well-being. But when we're gummed down by tension in our muscles and the soft tissue gets a little sticky, it's harder to feel that. So this type of short practice is intended to kind of be like a little mini medic to go in and release stuff that gets tight. Open through the shoulders a little bit more and take 3 more breaths here. Relaxing through the sides of the neck. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot comes down on the floor. We're going to flop over onto the right side and then reposition the left sole of foot. Takes the yoga strap, and you can, again, hold on to it with the right elbow bent, or you can just put the block underneath. We'll get the principles of alignment here. You're pressing that left heel away. We're opening through the left toes, and then we're going to release and reach up with that left hand and then left out to the side. So really feeling, where is the stretch in your body? Can you drop the top of the left hip down a little bit more towards the bottom of the mat? Releasing through the top of the left shoulder, as if the shoulder blade itself, even though that's not our emphasis today, as if the shoulder blade, hi Bachi, was dropping down towards the back of the mat. This is my little guy. We now have a big guy too. Yeah, Bachi's the yoga dog. And so breathe here for 3 more breaths. Okay. Keep spinning those left ribs to the left. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Really good. And bend that left knee. And we're going to come over into tabletop position. If you have a blanket on the mat, you can move that off. Excuse me, Mr. Bachi. So we're in tabletop, and you're going to roll over your toes into a downward facing dog. Maybe Bachi will show us how it's done. So your downward dog, if your hamstrings are really tight, go ahead and bend them. And feel if you can drop your spine down towards the back of your legs. So you're dropping your chest, in other words, towards the back of your legs. Maybe your legs are straight. Walk it out so that your heels are slightly off the mat. And for some of us, they might be up a little higher than others. That's fine. No competition. It's just about allowing your body to release. That's it. Now, bend into the right knee and draw that left heel towards the floor. Draw the left top of thigh back and towards the right. So you'll feel that also gets into that lateral hamstring there. And you're just releasing all of that. Take another 2 breaths. Keep that right knee bent. Abdomen pulls in each exhale, and then you'll just swap legs. So now your right leg is as straighter than it was, maybe straighter than the left for sure. Left knee is bent, and you're feeling that. Notice if you can bring your awareness to the back of the right leg and calf. It's a little stretch for the calf. And also, again, into that lateral hamstring. And we'll take another 2 breaths here. Pressing your palms into the floor, sending your chest back a little more, and then both heels towards the floor. They don't need to touch. In fact, they shouldn't touch. And we'll take 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale, bend your knees, walk your hands back towards you, and then come on up to standing. Good. So from here, you're going to take a block, place it on its lowest setting, and just put the ball of the right foot onto the top of the block. Now, if you're If you have a very large foot, you can use the second highest setting of the block, but for some of us, this will be just fine at the shorter end. What you're trying to attain here is a stretch through that right calf. Now, with your back foot, you're going to turn your back heel, your left heel, in so that it's kind of lining up with the right heel, and the left toes are pointing to the top left corner of the mat. Go ahead and spin the chest towards the top of the mat so that you're now even, placing your hands on your hips, and just lean forward. You can put a bend in both knees a little bit to kind of get yourself there, and then once you're where your body's like, that's all folks, haha, then just hang out there, and you can work your legs a little straighter if that feels good for you. So we'll take 5 more breaths here. Now squeeze the elbows towards one another. So you're opening the chest as well. Top of the head reaches forward. Maybe you notice you got a little more purchase there in that hamstring and you're leaning in. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Really good. Bend the knee. Come on up to standing. We're just going to swap sides. Our little mini practice today. Line up the right heel. You're about 3 to 4 feet in between your feet. And then go ahead and peel back with that left hip. You can micro bend the knees to get into a place where you feel the action and activation of the back of the left leg, and then working the leg straighter to your degree. And we'll take another 5 breaths here as you squeeze those elbows towards one another. So you're getting broadness through the clavicle, through the collarbones. So beautiful. 2, 3 more. Inhale, soft and smooth. Exhale. Core comes in. Inhale. Exhale. Last big breath. Inhale. And exhale. Really good. You can bend knees to come back up to standing. Both arms up to the ceiling. Inhale. Maybe reach up. And Tadasana. Hands alongside you. That's all you have for today. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste.